Okay.
We talk about it all. So, say for instance, if you get raped, someone breaks into your home and this person raped you in your house, and then you in your mind, your house is not safe no more. But you do everything, put locks on the window, and then the person come back and rape you again. And she reports it. I saw an episode of Law and Order like this.
Now, okay. She,
in most rape cases, when it go through the police thing, they find out it's not even true rape cases. It's way more regret cases.
now
I
could see her being afraid if she told the police and they didn't find his ass, and he's still out on the loose and he could come back. Now, once you tell the police and they got him, it's over. Now, once they don't find evidence that he actually raped you, then they can let him go. But until then, it's a wrap. They holding him until further investigation is done and all of that shit like that. And once he's proven guilty, then you don't have nothing to worry about. Now, them not finding him and her having the locks and everything, she can still be paranoid because she know that he's not in police custody.
That makes sense.
So that's scary.
What I'm saying.
No, you said the police did nothing. They probably just didn't find him. That's the point we making.
Now, once they find him, they got him.
They have to go look for him. That's my whole point. So say they ain't doing nothing. That's like saying a dude murdered somebody and they didn't catch him. And said, police didn't do nothing. No, he had a warrant looking for this nigga. They just didn't find him yet. Don't stop saying they ain't do nothing. They looking for him. You get what I'm saying? So when a woman get raped and she reported it, best believe they looking for this nigga. They just ain't find this nigga yet. Say they ain't do nothing.
They might even have.
They ain't find this nigga. And what was? And my thing is not trying to blame her, but what was her role
of letting this shit continue?
Of letting it keep continuing? You ain't get no gun and blood. You ain't
Go to your aunt's house for 2-3 months and recover or something.
Like I don't understand. Is he just by rushing the house and rape you again? She's giving. I don't understand what's going on because it makes no sense to me.
When it happens to you, some people freeze. It's like you go into like.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yes, I can believe that.
Some
That's
people
shocking.
fight people off, and then some people freeze. Some people being shot.
No, I'm talking about after the fact. I'm talking about.
Some people be like that still after the fact.
No, but I'm saying there's no excuse not to report it. Is what I'm saying to you. I'm agreeing with you with everything else.
Yeah, you're right though.
This
Mentally,
can happen,
it can.
blah. But it's
you
not
have
an excuse
to. Yeah,
because the
you have
dude's
to.
on the goddamn loose.
Yeah, but what if that person is so?
You're gonna keep coming back in until you get pregnant. Or I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
What
No,
if
you're
that
right.
What if that person is so frantic that they don't want to go outside when they paranoid to going outside, always looking over their shoulder, where they feel like, okay.
So why should so dude can come into the house and rape her?
It happened twice.
He said 3 times.
Twice.
No, they said twice.
Huh?
Said twice.
said
it
twice.
happened once,
Twice.
and then that person
Came back again.
a couple months later.
You said then
But
the game came back
but
again.
you said
I was confused.
no. You said she got raped, and then she called the cops, and they didn't do nothing about it.
Anything about
and then
it.
he came
And
back.
then it happened to her again.
But my saying is, when that happened to her again, what was it in the same location?
Yeah, she was only a fucking kid.
You said
Was he living
17.
there?
She was living there. This was just a regular person
No, was
in
he
the neighborhood.
And he kept busting in her house.
Yes.
Who's living with her?
At the time, her parents was always at work.
Oh yeah, it's one of those
It's
situations.
one of those situations like I'm going to work, lock the door. This person bust in her house.
So they might they might know
climbing
what
up
time
a
the
fire-
parents leave.
a
So this is the
fire-
parents' fault.
And-
This is kind of the parents' fault.
No. Did the dude? How did he get in the house? So I'm asking.
Dude, the fire escape. Did you not hear me say that? He kept busting in the house.
With glass.
So back in the days, in Bed-Stuy, you know how the stone houses are built when they had the fire escape. Back in the day, windows, you could just hike the window. Either you lock it.
No, you said bust in the window. That's what I'm saying.
When I say bust in the window, I
Just
mean like
getting in
opening
the
the
house,
window, not like
coming through.
glass shattering and stuff
Like
that.
coming
That's
through
what I'm
like
saying.
SWAT team and shit.
So if you, as I'm thinking, you said busting the window on the fire escape. I'm thinking you
saying-
busting in the window.
It's not
Yeah,
funny.
like,
I'm sorry.
It's not funny.
no, I'm talking about we thought he busting the window like.
Donkey
not
kicked
funny.
that shit.
Like Uncharted. No, it's not funny. That's talking about.
I'm sorry.
The guy, how he busted in the goddamn window. So he busted the window. He said, "Give it to me," and raped her like that. Raped her like that. My point is, I'm not saying it didn't happen because I wasn't there, and it could very well have happened. What I'm saying to you is, even if that happened twice, you have to tell people.
Right. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Tell your goddamn father, somebody. They won't leave in the house by yourself constantly.
Tell the police.
Fuck out of here. Yo,
That's it.
You getting great.
Call the cops.
If you're getting great, you call the cops. Your father is your number one protector. And he's still leaving your house by yourself, knowing the guy came in the house.
And they ain't find him.
This story's not adding up to me. It don't make any sense.
I started thinking that she really wanted it, man.
No, she did. She was 17, and currently
She could still want it at 17.
Right.
Now, I ain't saying she wanted that at 17.
And you don't know.
Girls still want older dick at 17.
You might get raped and you may not.
All right, it happened to her twice, and shortly after that, she committed suicide. So she's no longer here right now.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
it's not because she wanted it.
No,
It's something that happened.
We're not saying that.
We're not
She
saying
did.
that. You're not listening to what we're saying. We're not saying. I'm saying in her case, the dude could have very well raped her. It's still not an excuse not to tell cops in general when you get raped. She told.
She probably would have never.
Right? She told. That's my
Literally.
point. She still told. Whether they caught the guy or not, that's on a police force, whatever that can be, whatever.
That's
but
their
she
fault.
still told. I'm talking about the actual woman who's saying, I'm not going to tell because they won't believe me. It's not an excuse to say that.
That's what he's trying to
That's
say.
what it makes no sense because
And that's
at the end of-
understandable what you're saying, but we can't process how other people think.
no, we're not.
It's still not
It's not an
processing.
excuse.
What he's trying to say is that fuck the fear, because what you're doing is you're gonna either get raped
Saying
again.
it
Hold
and
on.
doing it is two
Hold on.
different
Listen.
things.
You're gonna either get raped again, right?
my point.
Or if not, then somebody off the block is gonna get
get
raped.
So it's not an
So
excuse.
what you do is, that's why people start to question things, because it's like, yo, why didn't you? Hold on, what happened?
And then you get mad when you get questioned. That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
So the whole point is you get robbed. Well, you get hurt and you don't know who. Man, just tell a motherfucking police. I gotta use the bathroom real fast. I'm sorry.
And no, you good. And mind you, not only that, right? If you don't tell people right now, the same women are fast to call the cops on the black man for a threat. But then you won't call the cops when you actually get insulted from the grape. It's not an excuse. You will literally find an excuse to call the cops on the guy threatening you, which is legit. You should. You'll call the cops quick on a guy if he hits you and expect him to believe everything you said. So if that is the case, grape is not off the table. It should be even faster. So my point is, the reason why a lot of grape cases don't get solved, or when they do, is because the women literally erase the evidence. Because they wait too long to report it. And it could be they honestly got raped, but nobody want to know because you erased the evidence. And then half the time, you don't want to talk about it because rape never happened in the first place. You're being taught rape wrong. You're being taught that if I denied it after midway through, then it's grape. I'm like, no, that's regret. That is literally regret. Or I got too drunk and I remember it. That's regret because he's drunk too. Unless he date rape you, that's totally different. I'm on your side with that. So my whole point when it comes to like that, you wash your hands, nigga?
Hell yeah.
I'm making sure his hands is dry like a fucking, I'm playing.
Piece of cheesecake.
Yeah, that shit dry.
Piece
like
of cheesecake.
Cheesecake is dry.
Cheesecake is a little moist at the top, baby.
No, but my thing is, it's not an excuse. So someone commits suicide because they got raped, yes. Or they commit suicide because they lied and got somebody killed. That can also happen. Now, I ain't saying that's her case, but we gotta start acting like, but in her case, she called the cops. That's my whole point. That was her case. She's not a part of the equation. She actually called the cops. That's my whole point.
Don't call the cops.
For the one who don't call the cops, it's not an excuse
And
not
still
to call the cops.
Still out here saying he raped me, but don't call the cops
But then they'll call their brothers.
and get him killed. And he probably didn't even really do it.
Thank you.
She just
They'll call their brothers for
she got
anything,
drunk,
son.
gave the pussy up. you probably done had a camera somewhere doing some weird shit, and then now you done seen your own video, and you like, I don't even remember that shit, because you know why? It wasn't even you. You was intoxicated in something, your brain wasn't fully there. And now you done slept with like fucking Jerome from Martin.
Because mind you, son, I'm doing saying, oh no, because you understand the cops don't believe us. I said, they believe you for everything else. What in your mind
now rape
make you think they believe you about something serious as rape? You call your bros or everybody put it calling you a bitch, UNITY, every single time.
Unity.
They'll call niggas for that shit easy. But when it comes down to grape, I'm too scared to say anything. They won't believe me. Mm-hmm. They literally believe that he called you a bitch and you lied.
Yup. Niggas you go to jail for grape.
Watch this.
Boy, they will turn your face inside out.
Thank you. Even out here, we don't pay that. Niggas will beat you up. You're a rapist.
They will find you dead in the showers. They will find you dead, bro. You know how many people is dead that grape kids and shit? And when you
look at Junior, God bless his soul. The kid in the Bronx that got stabbed up by those men. Grown men they did them niggas dirty. Because of a false allegation.
Of grape.
/ mistaken identity.
Of grape.
And them guys went up there and killed that innocent boy.
Stabbed him, macheted him out.
What you mean, man will believe you? These guys went and killed somebody because you mistaken identity and you lied about it.
And lied and got somebody's life taken.
Now,
innocent teen.
Now, nobody won't believe you? This is bullshit, son. This is bullshit. People less niggas pussy, but most brothers are gonna say, what?
And go crazy.
They're gonna go crazy. Father, my daughter got grape? Come on, why the father, hold on, ask you a second. Why the father didn't protect her from the second time? From the first time, it's all need to know.
Yeah, it's like, all right, yeah, I have a caught me off guard.
Second time, I'm gonna leave you at work. Fuck this job.
You going to counseling.
Fuck this job.
You're not even staying in the house
staying
no
home
more.
by yourself.
Yeah, you're not even staying home no more. You going to this after school, and I'm picking you up from there.
Not making sense to me. That's maybe they leave it out because it's on camera, but it don't make sense to me. And I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it just, to me, it don't make sense. And women expect dudes to go to jail because they word. No, they gotta investigate.
That's all right.
And if you don't get them the proper things, why are you questioning me? Because they have to question me, because women can lie.
Now, I don't understand why women so much will lie or be afraid to come out and speak about grape, right? I would think that it would be the opposite. It would be that way for men. Like a man getting graped, it would be way harder for him to come out. Like how we talking about these females, oh, they probably afraid that people might judge. No, you got graped, right? You're a female. So if a male rape you, it's like, okay, that's what we normally hear. But when you hear a male getting raped by another male, that would be more explainable why a nigga would keep a secret, even though he was supposed to tell that shit too. But it would be harder for men to come out and say, yo,
I agree.
I got raped. Because it challenges his manhood. Now he could be considered called gay. Now, if it's by a woman, it's still gonna look weird on the man's behalf by saying, yo, I was raped by a woman. It's still gonna be like, oh, you won though, bro. What you mean? That lady was 32 and you was 7? You lit, boy.
How much we got left of you, okay? Huh? All right, we done. That one's still on, right? Oh. All right, y'all, listen, man. We just wrapping this up, man. It was kind of hard few episodes, man.